Okay, so we have a question from INICET in May 2025. So the question asks, a patient with schizophrenia says Lord Hanuman was celibate. I am celibate too, so I am Lord Hanuman. So which thought abnormality is present in this patient? A. Autistic thinking. B. Verbigeration. C. Neologism. And D. Loosening of association. Okay. So this was one of the recent questions which many of the uh, doctors were unable to answer, uh, basically because this kind of phenomenology is often not discussed. And the answer to this is autistic thinking. Okay, this is one of the classical examples which has been quoted from Ahuja's textbook only, because Ahuja is quoted from Watson et al. 1981, who has directly spoken about this kind of autistic thinking, which was based on von Darmu's law. Okay, so let's see what it is all about. So autistic thinking. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So this is one of the most classical features of schizophrenia. Here thinking is governed by private and illogical rules. Okay, the patient may consider two things identical because they have identical predicates or properties, which is called von Damaru's law, Watson et al. 1981. For example, Lord Hanuman is celibate. I am celibate too, so I am Lord Hanuman. Okay, so von Damaru's law, it's called paleologic reasoning. So two things sharing one property is stated as identical. Okay, which underlies the so-called autistic thinking in schizophrenia, which nowadays we call concrete thinking. Okay, this is almost analogous to concrete thinking or lack of abstraction, lack of abstract thinking. Okay, this is what is von Domaru's law states. Okay, so these are basically very private and illogical rules that this patients of schizophrenia has, and for them they will appear completely logical. Okay, so uh, this is what is actually the abstraction which we have, and the schizophrenia patients will often lack. Okay, let's see at the other options. Okay, so verbigeration. So verbigeration is basically senseless repetition of the same words or phrases over and over again. Okay, so it's a basically a either of speech repetition, or even sometimes it is formal thought disorder, because the words are not formed in a very sensible manner. Okay, next, neologisms are newly formed words or phrases whose derivation cannot be understood. Okay, so patient uses only already understandable words, so no invented words appear over here. Okay, so there is no verbigeration over here, because whatever he is telling is making, like, grammatically, syntactically it's okay, and neologism also is not there because there is no invented word in this. And loosening of association once again is formal thought disorder. Okay, which is not also here. So loosening association is a pattern of spontaneous speech in which things said in juxtaposition lack a meaningful relationship. Okay, the speech is often described as being disjointed. Like, for example, like, my mother is sick, Prime Minister is Modi ji. Okay, so this is how it is. Okay, so the people who are talking with loosening of associations, they don't have the association between the one time they're talking about mother, next time they're talking about prime minister. Okay, so they're completely disjointed. Okay, this is what is called loosening of association. Okay, I think with that this question is over. Hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.